Cafe Wish podcast. This is your host, Cabin Black. And Scarlett is going to break down what faith is to her and what religion is to her. We're going to have a moment just to reflect and give them some time to maybe get their thoughts together and to answer accordingly because this is going to be a deconstruction interview. So bear with me as I interview and go through the questions. All right. So here is my co host, Scarlett. Say hi, Scarlett.
Hello, good morning. Yeah, hello. This is Scarlett, by the way. So I am so happy, by the way, to today and also to discuss the topic about this the construction about the faith and also the religion. So it was so nice, by the way, to give as well my opinion and also to share my thoughts, by the way.
All right, Scarlett. So here we go. All right. So deconstruction of faith and religion. The whole purpose of this segment, it goes into really quickly my research of what I'm working on, um, my overarching or mega narrative research is on a hypothesis. It's called the comedic Shemitic hypothesis. And within this hypothesis, there are different moving parts. One part is faith, fear, and frontier. The other part is whiteness and film, and there's other several parts. But this part is entitled Deconstruction of Faith and Religion, as once I said already. Um, and a subtitle that I have for this is The Impact of White-Eurocentric Christianity on the Black Psyche. So even though um, you're going to give me your interpretation of what faith is and religion is so we can deconstruct it, just briefly in this interview, not doing a full breakdown, but just asking some questions and try to get some answers to figure out what the jewels and nuggets are, what possibly the strengths of your faith are, the weaknesses of a particular faith that we're going to talk about, and also the loopholes. So, f- beginning this interview, I want to take a moment to say once again, thank you for coming on here and being brave to give your opinion and your thoughts. You really did a great job introducing yourself. And here we go. Deconstruction of Faith and Religion, the impact of white Eurocentric Christianity on the black psyche. So, what is faith in regards to you, and what is religion as you see it?
Okay, thank you so much, buddy, for the question. So again, this is a good you know, topic. So for me, what is faith? So faith is like your personal trust, belief or inner conviction. So something deep in your heart between you and what you believe in. It's like an internal, personal, and you can have faith even without joining any group. And also for me, the religion is the organized public system. It was like shared belief, rules, ritual traditions, and the community that gathered to practice with faith together. So faith is like your personal relationship. For me, it's like a trust or belief. However, for religion, it's this structure, community, and the practice.
Very, very great answer. So, what faith do you hold to, if you hold to any faith at all?
By the way, for that one, because I grew up as a province girl, and you know, I've learned from my parents. So for what I've faith on what I've said mentioned, like it's personal and relationship, trust and belief. So I believe that there was a creator, there was a God, and I believe that um with that everyone's have no limitation, like they could accept who you are for that one. And I believe as well, the one that I've been holding is like it's an internal spirit and personal, like convictions.
Okay, so that's like a universal appeal. It sounds like, uh, but if we can narrow down to a particular faith as such, okay. So for me, my faith and my hope is in a man named Jesus Christ of Nazareth. I am a Hebrew, okay, and that's my identity. My race will be black. My nationality is an American, right? So I'm American black who's a Hebrew, all right? My faith is aligned to my identity, who I am, what I'm about. My faith is aligned to my belief systems in Jesus Christ of Nazareth, right? So typically that's associated with the Bible, with the Torah, uh, bits and pieces of the Quran, African spirituality, parts of Judaism, parts of Catholicism, because these are religions that touch on Jesus and what Jesus uh, is spoken about, right? These religions typically talk about this man. His history speaks of this man. Um, so that's where my faith lies. It's in this man, right? And that's my gateway. That's my hope. That's my trust. As we were talking about faith, that's my relationship. So that's the chief cornerstone. Right? We can break that down, but for you, we can deconstruct my faith. But for you, what is a faith that we can deconstruct? So what's a chief cornerstone of your faith? Like, if you can name it, call it something. What would it be?
Okay, so thank you for sharing. So I'm also, I believe and I faith with Jesus Christ. So I believe in Jesus, which is my God, because I am, Roman Catholic. I was being raised for that. So it was also part of Christianity, and I have that faith. So I grow up. Um, when it comes to praying, I have to do sign of the cross, as my faith and believing that there was a Jesus here helping me and guiding me in every aspect. So, and also, you know, g- growing up, I only, to be honest, right now, I understand everything that, but when I was a kid, I only know was there were only one religion, by the way. So all of those faith I had was there was only just one God, which is Jesus Christ. And growing up, I've heard a lot of Jesuses. I have a lot of heard a lot of gods, and especially religion. So I've understand now why they call it different way. But growing up until now, as a Roman Catholic, my faith is you know, having sign of the cross when having, praying, and also when you feel something different and you need someone to pray on with Jesus. So I have to do sign of the cross. So that's it.
Okay, so the sign of the cross going into Catholicism, uh, and you believe in Jesus Christ, and you grew up with understanding that there was just one religion. And then as you became an adult, you are able to be exposed to other different types of religions and or faiths. But you stick to what you understand and know to be true for you, correct?
That is correct.
Okay, so let's just talk about what you know best. So Catholicism. Uh, do you know the history of Catholicism, Filipino Catholicism? Do you know how it began or how it was introduced to the Filipino people?
Yes. I am also, highly educated when it comes to this one. I don't know if that one to be called it, but yes, I understand why the Roman Cat or Catholicism started here in the Philippines, but way back before there's no religion here because we grew up like like itniko. That's how it be called here. So we don't have any religion. We have a lot of gods, gods from the sea, gods from the ocean, from any environment, sun, moon. And then during the 1850s, we were colonized by Spaniard. So Magellan was the one who, colonized, and Magellan was, the person who discovered that the world is circle. So they were the group of Magellan was colonized the Philippines, especially in Cebu. It is located in Mactan, and it started the Roman Catholic, Roman Christianity there. It started there, so people there learned and to understand that there are only one God, which is Jesus Christ. And that time, the people from Cebu, which is in the Philippines, was being spread, and they learn how to do the proper way of praying for one person, which is for one God, by the way, which is Jesus. So that's how the Christianity started, and up until this day, we have like 1 million people here in the Philippines that is Roman Catholic and believing that Jesus Christ is you know their only God and only one creator.
That was very well said. You do know the history as far as how it was introduced to the Filipino people. You were able to speak to the historical reference of that. I think that was a really good introduction. At the same time, I would like to bring out something that may be a little bit a little bit uncomfortable for you. I'm not sure, but Roman Catholicism started where?
Um, based on my social, you know, um, economic studies and my, in my college time, I understand that there was like Hinduism and Buddhism. So correct me if I got wrong, but Roman Catholic was a branch from Hinduism. I don't know if that's one.
Really, what you're touching on is African spirituality, and African religiosity. That's where all these faith and religions come from. But I'm
Mm.
speaking particularly to uh, Roman Catholicism. Where did Roman Catholicism start? Like, if you can say what continent Roman Catholicism came from, or started, or have its foundation, not its roots, but its foundation. Where did it start?
To be honest, I don't know where it was came from. Yeah, but I have some ideas because before I think the only religion, that's what I've also wanted to say. Correct me if I got wrong.